back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, for the Seahawks and Packers, the two winningest teams in the NFC during the decade that just wrapped up. And during that decade, Seattle, 2 Super Bowl wins. The Packers had 1. And these two, of course, they met in the playoffs a season ago as well. And it was the Packers behind 2 touchdowns each from Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones, who beat the Seahawks 28-23.
The throw complete to Dorsett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there. First down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Carson. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Carson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Aaron. Jones, the ball carrier. He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he stopped immediately there.
Aaron Jones.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Taken down by Bobby Wagner.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Adams has it complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Love now to pass on 1st down. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
2nd and 10. At the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This a quick pass to Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows to get the ball to him right away.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Love now on 2nd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
7-yard line.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're hurting themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. They run it with Carson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This is Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Let's go. 22 blue. Green jack. You ain't doing nothing today. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. He's yellow. Go.
Love from the gun. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. 2nd down, Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Now Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
By the
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness. Because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Wilson now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket, and he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 54, Mike 54. Go, go.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he is out of bounds up past the 10. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 52 blast.
Working out of the gun. Love. Fight his tight end here, DeGuara. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
He was covered
from the 34. They'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Check, 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 check. Check 26, check 26. 52.
Throwing again. Love. He's got a man. Complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. 23 yards the pickup there. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Yeah, that's what I do. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Nice move. Switch up. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Final play of the half, Love. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Don't try my patience. I'm a boy. I win for the sake. Boy, there's nothing left. I'm a run to the bed until we all up and back.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because there's confidence has to be.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They go play action here on first down. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
How about this offense? Already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive. They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Jones. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up third down.
3rd and long for Love. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. Preston Smith there on the stop.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 15. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, Love throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard. line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position. Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Wilson steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over.
6-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Down at the 39.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On 1st down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kevin King with a pick.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. You tighten up. 31's a mark. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Now Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett. 48 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Handoff to Aaron Jones.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
43-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. This one caught by Davis. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go.
To throw is Rodgers. Uncorks one for Davis. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Carson. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. intercepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's get off the field. 31's the mark. It's game situation. Let's go. Fall back.
Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Was it Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground? Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Throwing now is Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And did he catch it? He did. A touchdown. One of the most improbable finishes in recent history. They've won it on the final throw. Well, it was too long to risk a field goal, so they said we got to throw it up there, hope something good happens, and I think that's the definition of something good happening.
Not just good.
Amazing.
In their estimation, great, amazing, stupendous. I mean, exhilarating. How about them running off the field with a victory where it looked like they were possibly headed towards overtime?
Oh, yeah, it looked like definite overtime, and everybody just holding their breath as that ball hung in the air, and then jubilation. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.